What if you never had to dig through your inbox, your calendar, or your drive again, and instead you could just ask one question and get a straight answer in seconds? That's not a future thing. You can set this up today in under 5 minutes. Because right now, the average person spends close to 30 minutes a week just hunting for information across different apps. That's not called working. That's just trying to find where the work is. I'm going to show you how to connect Claude directly to your Gmail, Google Calendar, and Google Drive, and 4 real things it can do for you immediately. Like catching calendar conflicts, finding files without searching, spotting emails you forgot to reply, and the last one, going through all three of them at once and show you what you've committed to but haven't followed up on. The last one is worth staying for, so stick around. One quick thing before we get into it. This requires a paid cloud plan. The free tier doesn't include connectors. The paid plan is around $24 Canadian a month. If you're already on a paid plan, this is sitting right there waiting for you to turn it on. If you're not, still keep watching. It will help you decide if it's worth it. Here's something most people don't think about. Every single day, you're making tiny trips between apps. You open your calendar to check what's coming up. You go back to your inbox to find one email. You open Drive and start scrolling through folders looking for a file you saved 6 months back. Each of those trips feels small, 2 minutes here, 5 minutes there, but it adds up. And more than the time, it's the mental load, the low level background noise of trying to keep track of everything, like what's coming up, what you said you would do, and what you haven't got back to yet. Most people don't realize that's not just an organization problem, that's a focus problem. Every time you stop what you're doing to go hunt for something else, you lose your train of thought. Now, what if I told you Claude could connect to all of that and just answer your questions directly? Yes, that's true. And before we set up anything, a quick note on privacy. When you connect Claude to your Google account, you'll see some permission screens that look a bit alarming. Things like send emails or delete calendars. However, it does not. Claude only reads emails and creates drafts with your approval. The send function is not enabled. Also, Claude does not train on your Google Calendar or Drive data. And to be on a safer side, go to Claude settings, click privacy, and turn off help improve our AI models. That's the settings that control model training on your chats. That's it. Now, let's get into it and let me show you exactly how to connect everything. Click on the plus sign at the bottom of your chat, hover over connectors, and manage connectors. Click on add connector and then browse for Gmail and then connect. Choose your email ID, continue, and that's it. Now you've connected your Gmail with Claude. Similarly, add your Google Calendar and Google Drive to Claude. That's it. And now let me show you 4 things you can do right away to save some time from your busy schedule. So let's start with the calendar because this is something everyone deals with. I want to know everything I have coming up this month and whether there are any clashes. Normally, I would open Google Calendar and scroll through week by week. Instead, I'm just going to ask Claude, what do I have on my calendar for the remainder of the month and do I have any conflicts? There it is. Every event laid out clearly. And it flagged the conflicts for me without me having to spot them myself. That's the thing. It's not just retrieving information, it's already doing the thinking on top of it. What would have taken me 3 to 4 minutes of scrolling through my calendar done in under 10 seconds? Now, talking about the second use case, we've all been there. You have a spreadsheet saved somewhere in Drive. You open it, and now you're scrolling through rows of data trying to extract one thing you actually need from it. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to ask Claude to find my cost of branding file and give me a summary of it. See, it found out the file. And instead of me opening it and reading through every row, Claude read it and gave me a clean summary of what's inside. That's the difference. Drive finds your file, Claude finds it and does the reading for you. Now, let's talk about another use case, your inbox, because this one is something I think a lot of people will relate to. You open your email, you see a bunch of messages. Some you've read, some you haven't. Some you meant to reply to and somehow just didn't. And now you're not even sure which ones are still waiting for you. Instead of going through each email, I just ask Claude, what emails have I received this week that I haven't replied to? There's my list. Name, subject lines, all in one place. No digging, no second guessing whether I missed something. That guilt of, I think I forgot to reply to someone, gone. It also helps you reply to the email. Now, you won't be able to send an email directly from Claude, However, it will type the email. All you need to do is go to your Gmail and add the email ID and hit the send button. And now, the last one. This is the one use case where it stops feeling like a useful tool and starts feeling like something else entirely. We've looked at calendar, drive, and inbox all separately. But what if you could ask Claude to look across all of them at the same time? Let's check. Ask Claude, based on my emails and calendar this week, is there anything I've committed to that I haven't followed up on yet? See, Claude went through all my emails, cross referenced my calendar, and came back with a specific thing I had said I would do that I haven't done yet. That's not something you can easily do yourself without sitting down, going through everything manually, and hoping your memory fills in the gaps. Realistically, that's a 15-20 minute job if you're doing it properly. Claude did it in seconds. That's the moment this stopped being a demo for me and started being something I actually use every week. What you just saw isn't complicated nor technical. You didn't write a single line of code. You asked questions in plain English and got answers from your own data. Your calendar, your inbox, your documents. All of it. So, which one of those 4 use cases would actually be most useful in your life right now? The calendar conflicts, the unanswered email, the document search, or the what have I missed one? Tell me in the comments below. And if this video was helpful, hit like and subscribe. I post every week practical AI stuff you can actually use. No hype, no fluff. See you in the next video.